Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favourite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content.
I'm sure you've heard that before. Sounds great, right? But what does it really mean in practical terms? It's another one of those things that becomes buzzy to the point that people ignore it. And this one is really not to be ignored. It's when you truly, really grasp this concept, some pretty huge things happen. That nasty little voice that's been inside your head talking to you your whole life starts to get strangely quiet. You're less judgy of yourself. You're less judgy of others. You're able to respond instead of react. You understand yourself at a deep level. You understand your behaviour. You find self-compassion and confidence. It reduces stress, especially overwhelm and anxiety. So I thought it might be worth digging into a little bit with you today. So what does "you are not your thoughts" really mean then? Well, first we need to understand that our thoughts lead to our feelings drive our behaviour, and then our actions create our results. So it's easy to see how easily we believe our thoughts, because we create these self-fulfilling prophecies all the time through this very loop. When we do that, we take it as proof and evidence that the original thought was indeed correct. So if we think something negative about ourselves, that will create feelings and emotions, perhaps apathy, disgust, frustration, shame, then this is the place that we're taking action from. So if you're coming from a place where all this negative stuff about you is true, what might you do? Perhaps, as an example, not take an opportunity that's right in front of you, or go after that thing that you really want, because what would be the point anyway, right? And then what happens? The results are you don't get the thing. And of course, that proves the original thought right and true. Then rinse and repeat over decades and take it on as your identity. We apparently have, I say apparently because the sources have been, a bit wishy-washy through the old interwebs these days. But there was a study done, I believe it was at Stanford University, that we have approximately 60,000 thoughts per day, 60 to 80. Most of which are negative in some way and repetitive. So we're just constantly playing these loops and accepting them as truth about who we are. But here's the thing. You do not have to believe your thoughts. You don't. You can also argue back to your thoughts and your ego, but only once you observe them and realize that you are the one observing them. Are you with me? You're not your thoughts. You're the one observing your thoughts. But until you observe your thoughts drive all of your behaviour. Yeah? So when your thoughts are driving your behaviour, your brain and your nervous system always want to keep you alive, right? So what if I told you that not only do your thoughts end up creating the emotions that drive your behaviour by sending the signals to your body to release certain neurochemicals, but that also your nervous system will create your thoughts. You often feel things before you think them. Think about it. See what I did there? If the aim of the game is to keep you safe and keep you simply repeating behaviours you've already rehearsed and repeated as safe, then why would it not send thoughts like, who do you think you are to do this? Or, you're not good enough. Because what actions would those kinds of thoughts lead to? You not doing the thing, right? Getting you back into the rehearsed and repeated familiar. This is all unconscious, which is exactly what will keep you alive according to your brain and nervous system. It's not about what's good, bad, right, or wrong for you. There isn't a moral compass outside of keeping you alive. And when you can recognize what they're there for, your own safety, however misguided, it can really help you take that zoom out mode from those thoughts and not get consumed by them. Almost think of yourself like Teflon or water off a duck's back. And your thoughts are the water. You realize it's just a habitual thought. You might even be able to find some of them funny in their ridiculousness. And like, what the heck? Like, that doesn't make sense. But in the same way that we allow our negative thoughts to take over our lives, think about the power to do that with the positive ones. Or the impactful ones, the empowering ones. Not denying the negative and toxic positivitying yourself, but allowing you to actually question and decide which ones you take on. You are not your thoughts. You are the person listening to your thoughts. What if I gave you that little extra degree of separation? Yeah, give it to yourself. This is something that practicing mindfulness really, really helps us to do. A super helpful exercise to create this separation of you from your thoughts is a stream of consciousness journaling. You can do this morning, evening, or both, or even just when you need to get out your head a little bit. Just grab your journal and write down each thought as it comes up. It will look bizarre. Something like, I want a cup of tea. Ooh, my leg itches. I wonder who first decided to milk a cow. Oh, I can't really see. Where are my glasses? I have to speak to this person today. What shall I have for lunch? You get the idea. Yeah, you'll have a load of gobbledygook, but you also might find some nuggets in there that could be a clue as to why you might be feeling a certain way. You can also then see it for what it is and then combat against it with conscious, rational thinking, getting you out of autopilot. Yeah. Another exercise is to ask yourself, what could be the highest positive intention of this thought? Again, it's getting you to start to deal in truth and reality. Is it an unconscious protection mechanism? What happens if you obey or believe the thought? And then what happens if you don't? Yeah, it's always your version of reality, not reality itself. This is why self-awareness is so key to making changes in life. So much of this is learning to be more conscious. Because when you're more conscious, you're using your prefrontal cortex, which is the CEO of your brain. This is where conscious, rational thinking, choice, and decision-making live. And this is where you get to challenge and change your thoughts. It's about getting off of autopilot. Then you consciously repeat the thoughts and rehearse the beliefs that you do want and wire them in as autopilot. This is why notice is the first step in my NICER framework for lasting change. You have to notice the thoughts instead of being the thoughts or being consumed by them. This is how I totally changed my life. Conscious intention, noticing my thoughts instead of being my thoughts. Rinse and repeat. Practicing being present in the now. Most of our thoughts tend to be about the past or the future, right? So what if they were just about where you're at right now in this moment? Can you see how that would make a difference? Thoughts are not you. They are something you experience. They are also symptoms or clues for something else that can be changed to serve you better when you can look at them through this zoom out lens and curiosity. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts, and you are way more in control of them than you believe.
So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then join the Positive Pants Toolkit app and community so you can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to join the toolkit or book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now because you can. I'm here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful and I'll see you next week. Bye!